In the far northeast of Vermont, where roads fade into dirt paths and power lines vanish, there lies a place spoken of only in passing. Cold Hollow, not marked on any GPS, not noted on hiking trails, a place that appears only to those who shouldn't find it. Its hills are always veiled in mist, not morning mist, not seasonal, but permanent, like breath from the lungs of the earth. The trees in Cold Hollow are older than memory. Their bark is dark, almost scorched, and their limbs twist upward, like they're grasping for something just out of reach. They creak without wind. They move without reason. Some say they lean closer when you're not looking. Even animals avoid them. No nests, no burrows, just silence. Near the valley's heart sits a wooden cabin forgotten by time, or perhaps hidden by design. Its windows are hollow sockets, and the walls groan softly as if still remembering something. Or someone carvings line the interior beams, symbols that change subtly each time you glance away. Some claim they glow in moonlight, others say they pulse with breath. Time is fractured in Cold Hollow. Days stretch or collapse, and clocks spin or stall. There are reports of people entering in the morning and returning a week later without realizing a single hour had passed. Others never return at all. It's not just the trees. The fog itself feels aware, like it's studying you. Stand still long enough, and you'll notice the patterns it circles you, weaves around your feet, trails behind as you walk. Once, a hiker reported seeing a human-shaped void in the mist. It didn't move, it only watched. And then the whispers. They come at dusk, soft at first, like wind brushing across your ears. But then you hear them clearly, words you don't understand, in voices that aren't yours. Some say the hollow is trying to speak. Others say it's remembering everything that's ever happened within its bounds. Cold Hollow doesn't forget, it waits. There's a river deep in Cold Hollow, wide as a road and dark as tar. But the water doesn't move. Leaves that fall on its surface stay still, like resting on glass. And if you stare into it too long, you might see your reflection blink. Birds do fly over Cold Hollow, but they never sing. You'll see them perched on branches, beaks open, wings still as if paused mid-motion. And when they take off, there's no sound, not even the beat of wings. In a clearing, half buried beneath moss and lichen, stands a tall, ancient stone. At its center, carved into the granite, is a single, perfect eye. Some claim it watches you. Others say it remembers who walks past. There is a silence in Cold Hollow that presses against your ears. It's not the absence of sound, it's the presence of nothing. Even your own footsteps feel distant, as if absorbed before they can echo. One tree in the hollow bears the remains of hundreds of old clocks, wristwatches, cuckoos, pocket watches nailed to its trunk as if fed to it, all frozen at different times, all stopped. At night, you can feel the valley breathe, not wind, not weather, something deeper, a pulsing, exhaling presence beneath the soil. Sometimes the mist sways with it, sometimes it forms a path. Some explorers leave footprints, others do not. And sometimes, the prints disappear behind them. Step by step, the hollow reclaims what it doesn't want seen. When you stand still long enough, the leaves begin to whisper, not with the wind, but in rhythm, as if chanting something old. Words that aren't in any language you know, but you understand them anyway. They say some trees bleed when the valley rejects an intruder. A thick, black sap oozes from deep gouges in the bark. It smells of rust and memory. Stone steps appear in the moss, ancient, uneven. They lead downward, but no one knows how far. The air around them hums, like something waiting. There is a puddle that reflects things not in this world. It shows skies that never existed, and faces you've never worn. In the remains of a shack, a broken grandfather clock ticks, backwards. Its chime echoes like a question that cannot be answered. Those who spend too long in the hollow wake with markings on their skin, Symbols burned without fire. None ever remember when it happened. The winding cold hollow doesn't howl, it whispers. And if you listen too long, it begins to form words. Some say there are eyes beneath the still lakes. Not reflections, not fish, watching from just below. Even when alone, you'll hear footsteps behind you. Heavy, slow, like someone remembering how to walk. There's a silence in the hollow that isn't quiet. It crackles, like static from a broken radio. They say there is a place in the center of the valley where time folds in on itself. A heartbeat deep underground, pulsing slowly, waiting. Deep in the hollow stands a grove where trees grow in perfect symmetry, mirroring one another leaf for leaf, branch for branch. But no matter how far you walk, you never seem to exit the grove. And if you dare look over your shoulder, the trees behind you no longer match. They twist slowly, like they're correcting you. Near the southern ridge lies a stone that hovers just above the earth. It doesn't spin. It doesn't shake. It simply waits. Some say if you touch it, you lose all memory of why you came. Others say you remember things that never happened. There are days in the hollow when the sky goes blank. Not cloudy, not stormy, just ... empty. The light is wrong. Shadows fall into many directions, and the birds disappear. A traveler once claimed they felt something crawling under their skin after sleeping in the hollow. When they tore open their sleeve, they found a root thin and black, moving beneath their flesh. It coiled like it was searching for something. There's a wooden shack that appears larger each time you return. But no matter how far you walk inside, the door is always just behind you. Some say it grows from the fear you bring with you. Some patches of moss in the hollow react to presence, not by moving but by echoing voices from your past. Laughter, whispers, cries you thought were forgotten. There's an echo in the hollow that doesn't belong to any sound. It precedes your voice. It mimics you before you speak, like something trying to remember what it once was. Some paths lead back to themselves. Walk in one direction for hours, and you'll find your own footsteps coming toward you. Some old, some fresh. When the air drops suddenly, listen carefully. The cold carries names some you know, some you don't, and sometimes one of them is yours. Hidden in a cave, there's a wall where moss grows in patterns. If you stay long enough, the moss begins to shape itself, lines, curves, symbols. It makes a map. But to where? No one knows. Some say it leads to the heart of the hollow. Others say it leads out. But only if the hollow lets you go. No one walks into the center. You descend. Gravity forgets you. Light resists definition. Sound travels in circles. You stop knowing what is forward and what is down. You simply go deeper. The first thing you feel is breath. The cavern inhales, not wind, not air. Something deeper, like the world taking a slow, careful breath. And then it exhales through you. Faces emerge in the stone, not carved but born. Some blink, some weep, all stare. You wonder if one of them is yours, from the future or the past. You enter a chamber lined with mirror stone. Your reflection greets you, then lingers as you walk away. It does not follow. It does not mimic. It simply watches. A massive clock stands still and ticks backward. Each chime does not mark time, it removes it. Memories flicker. Thoughts unravel. The moment you arrive begins to fade, before it ever began. There is a voice, but you do not hear it. You feel it inside your ribs, your spine, your skull. It doesn't speak in language. It speaks in presence. And it knows your name, the real one, the one you've never said aloud. A mark appears on your skin, not burned, not cut but grown. Lines spiral and shift. A map, a memory, a message. You don't understand it, yet you obey it. The wall splits, not cracks, not opens. It separates like it was never meant to be whole. A door appears not made, not carved. It is simply there, as if waiting for you to remember it. As you cross through, you feel it eyes, not a pair, not 1,000, all. You are not being judged. You are being known, and the knowing never ends. The hollow does not close behind you. It waits. You walk out, but it walks with you. You carry it now in dreams, in spaces between silence, in mirrors. The center was never in the valley. The valley was always in you. And when you speak again, the hollow listens. You don't remember stepping through the door, yet here you are. The walls are gone. The ground is gone. All that remains is distance immeasurable, unreachable. The space before you does not stretch, it waits. Grains of sand fall upward, not quickly, not against gravity. They rise because time wills it. Each grain carries a moment yours, mine, someone else's, lost, reversed, forgotten. You begin to hear things you've never heard before. The sound of stillness, the murmur of thought, before it's spoken, the silence of futures unlived. It does not frighten you. It prepares you. You stand at the center of a spiral etched into the floor, the air, the stars. You realize the valley is not a place. It's a shape, a looping idea, an echo that builds itself. A thought enters your mind and it's not yours. It's a memory of a voice you've never heard, calling out a name you don't recognize, but that name feels like home. A book lies open on a pedestal of light. Its pages are blank, but you read them. Each page tells what is, what was, and what you were never meant to know. You turn the pages, and it turns you. A hallway stretches ahead, but each step returns you to the start. You are not walking in circles. The hallway is remembering itself, and it remembers you. The ticking begins again, but it's not from a clock. It's from beneath your skin. Every pulse, every heartbeat synchronizes with something older than the sky. And now you know, not a secret, not a truth, but the structure of unknowing. And you understand why the valley forgets time. Because time is the only thing powerful enough to escape it. You seek an exit. There is none. Because the valley is not a trap. It is the room that all other rooms lead to. And now that you know it, it will know you forever. There is nothing ahead. No wall, no light. Only the edge of thought. And still, you take a step. The room you enter is quiet, but not empty. It echoes what never happened. It reflects the choices never made, the voices never spoken. A clock stands before you. No hands, no numbers, just the sound of waiting. You feel time stop not for the world, but just for you. A mirror appears, but it doesn't show your reflection. It shows the valley, and within it, another mirror, and in that one ... another, and on it goes. A door appears. It has no key, no handle. It does not open. It accepts. You do not walk through it. You become it. You begin to forget what time was, what sound was, what thought was. The valley does not erase you. It unmakes you. A name echoes in the distance. You know it now, but you cannot say it, because saying it would bring you back, and there is no coming back. You have reached the end, and it is silent, and it is endless, and it is now. The valley forgets nothing. It simply waits for the next.